Okay, for the ladies, the date is not all about you. Okay, the date is about you and the guy that is, potential. So don't talk all about yourself on the date. Okay, don't make the date all about you. Like, dig into him, and this is the perfect time for you to really find out who this guy is. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time that you wanna ask a lot of questions to find out, who you're actually out on a date with. You know what I'm saying? Like, pick his mind, pick his brain. Okay? So don't make the date all about LaQuisha. Don't make the date all about LaQuisha. Find out about who this guy is and who you're dating. You know what I'm saying? Because you may be dating a crazy guy. And another thing for the ladies, go on a date. I'm going to say this again. Go on a date. For your hood ladies, the hood ladies, go on a date. Like, tell the guy, whoever, I know you're in the hood or whatever, you're in the hood, tell the guy that in order for him to be with you, you have to go on a date. If the guy cannot take you out on a date, then you really should not be dating him on that type of level. And the only reason why I say that is because what I see in the hood is like women and guys is just hooking up, and the women is not really having the time to infiltrate his mind and to find out who this guy is. So they in the hood. I'm on this block, she's on that block. They hooking up or whatever. I like you, you like me, blah blah blah. They hooking up. They going to bed with each other. Next thing you know, a week later, they're in a relationship. Never went out on a date. And 2 weeks later, he's moving in, and that's it. And then she's stuck like that for whatever, how many years. And you really ain't get a chance to really get to know who this brother is. You know what I'm saying? Because, you hood dating. There is a such thing as hood dating. You know what I'm saying? For the ladies, kind of cut back on hood dating. Even if you a hood chick and you in the hood or whatever, kind of cut back on the hood dating. Also, another thing I want to go back also too with the dating thing for the ladies is like, ladies, don't show up on a date with sweatpants and Jordans. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. Or know who you're dating before if you're going to do something like that. Don't do it, ladies. Don't do it. Don't. Like, to be honest with you, this whole sweatpants things for the ladies, I don't like a woman. And I'm going to tell you about me. I don't like a woman that dress up in sweatpants every day. Like, I don't even wear sweatpants like that unless I'm like working or something like that. I'm doing something that's physical. Is when I wear something like sweatpants. But I don't like, people that know me. They know they can attest that they don't see me outside in sweatpants like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm working, unless they see me working. But outside of that, I'm always dressed up. You know what I'm saying? So for the ladies, don't the sweats, you gotta cut that out. Like, that's because you know what, for me it's like, yo, that's a dude look. It's like I don't know, it's like I know women are doing it because it's comfortable, but for me, like, I like a woman to look like a woman, to act like a woman, to sound like a woman. You know, the image that I have in my head of a woman. You know, the image that I have in my head of a woman, I like a woman to look like that, to sound like that, to act like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying there's not good women that's outside of the image that's in my head, because there are. But for me, personally, I would like you to dress like a woman, not like a man. You know what I'm saying? So for ladies, when you're going out, make sure your attire is on point. And I know for some ladies, for a lot of ladies, I probably really don't have to say that, but there is women out there that they don't really know. And another thing too is like your hair. And I know hair is a it's a real topic for the ladies or whatever, but your hair. Make sure your hair is done. Make sure it's washed. Make sure there's not no lint balls in your hair or whatever like that. It's clean, it's cut, whatever it is. If you got a short haircut, whatever, make sure that your hair is on point. If you got a wig, I'm not really down for the wigs like that. That's not really my style. But if you wear a wig, make sure your wig is washed, is clean. You know what I'm saying? It's ready to go. You know what I mean? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move on from the women and the dates, because the first dates, because I gotta move on. I got another topic that I gotta talk about real quick. So, but for the women, there's a lot of things that we gotta go over for first dates with the ladies. So this topic will be rehashed. It will be brought back up. Maybe on the next show, I'll bring it back, because there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. And we didn't even get to the end of the night, the kiss or whatever, the hug, the kiss, whatever the case is. We didn't even get to that. You know what I'm saying? So one thing real quick I also want to say for the ladies is that when you're dating, don't date for expectancy. Don't look at a guy and say, "Oh, he got money, so I expect him to take me here and there and all over the place," or whatever the case is. Don't listen. I'm having an issue with women right now that, first of all, they're expecting a man to do this and do that or whatever the case is, and the guy really doesn't have to or whatever. But I find a lot of women, they date guys or they get with guys off of maybe what they have or what they think that he has. And the sooner that we can get rid of that thought process, the better it will be for women in the dating scene. Because a guy can be literally, and I'm going to keep it a buck with you, for the ladies, a lot of guys are dead broke. This is real. This is honest and this is real. A lot of men are dead broke to their name. They may have a car, a nice watch, or whatever the case is, and they get you off of that. But don't fall for it. Ladies, you've been tricked long enough. I'm here for you today. You've been tricked long enough. It's time to stop. Like, use your thought process. Use your brain. When I know a lot of women, they get emotional, whatever. They may see a man and he's a good-looking man, and they're like, "Oh my God, I gotta have him." But use your brain as well, because don't get into a relationship with a guy and because he look good or whatever, or because he has he's jumping out of a BMW or something like that, and you automatically think that he got money and he's the man and you don't know where he got that car from. You don't know if that's his car. You don't know if that car was handed down to him from a family or somebody that maybe passed away or something like that. Don't get tricked anymore. For the ladies, don't get tricked. It's very, very important, because I gotta be honest, since I've been on this earth and since I've been in the dating scene, you guys have been getting tricked a lot. And I mean a lot. And I've seen women. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I know a girl, and a lot of guys get tagged, niggas ain't shit, and guys ain't shit, and guys are dogs, and guys are this, and there's no good men. There's no good men out there. But I've been in cases, and I've seen situations where a woman literally dated like 3-4 good guys in 1 year and basically used them all. Used them and abused them. But then the narrative is going to come out that there's no good men and in the universe. There's no good black men and niggas ain't shit and all this stuff. When I'm going to keep it a buck with you ladies, you got some women that they get good men. They get really, really good men, but they use and abuse them. I know a female that talks shit. I mean, literally talk shit about a guy. I was on the phone with her. Talk fucking cash money shit. When she had an issue, when she got into a problem, she had a car issue, guess what she did? She called the guy that she had a problem with. She called him. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's a lot of good guys out here, but a lot of good guys are getting used and abused by some women. Listen, if the guy, she told me, I remember I was talking to her one time and she was like, "Oh, the guy, he stalks me and he watches me." And certain things that's going on in my life, it's because of him. He's doing this. He's doing all this stuff to me and to everything that's going on. It's him, it's him, it's him. But when she got into a situation, a problem, and she needed to get out of that problem, she called him. Really? Like, how do they do that? Like, women, stop using men. Stop it. Stop it. If you know, that could get real ugly. I'm keeping it a buck, and I'm here to tell, because I don't really think women don't tell, because women don't talk to men. So I don't think women really tell other women, what's really good. Women, don't use men. Men, the baseline of men is sex. I don't care what nobody say. Listen, I'm a man, and I talk to men every single day. A man could be worldly, he could be all this other stuff, but the baseline, if a woman walk past that guy and he wants her, he's going to go after her. He's going to be thinking about sex. Not going to be thinking about, what type of person she is, and, what type of heart she has, and her emotional, and no, the baseline of men is sex. You know what I'm saying? So for the women, you using these guys and all this stuff, and if a guy is stalking you, there's a reason why he's stalking you. You probably used them up. And so now he's like, yo, I invested all my time, my energy, I did all this stuff for you, and yeah, I'm stalking you, because I put so much work into you. I'm stalking you now, bitch. I'm stalking you. You know what I'm saying? But for the ladies, gotta stop it. If you ain't with it, if you ain't with that dude, you don't like him, he's this, he's that, you're not feeling it. Listen, you get into a situation, allow the universe, allow God, whoever you pray to, allow them to get you out of whatever your situation is. Call your family, you never know, call your friends, call your family, whatever the situation, call them to see if you can get some help. Don't, the first person you call is not the person that you're talking shit about. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't let guys fly you out to other cities. Don't do that. Because the baseline is sex. Now, if you with it, listen, this is the big thing. If you're with it and you're like, yo, I'm flying out, I know I'm going to have sex or whatever the case is, by all means. But don't be in this fairy tale world thinking, oh, the guy said, I'll take you out on a date, I'll fly you out to such and such place, and we can, you know what I'm saying? Sex. Know that sex is on the table. And the guy, if you hold down on him, he flew you all the way out here, he took you to such and such place, and y'all did all this type of stuff, and then you talking about, oh, we don't want to have sex. Know that there's probably going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? But I went off on a tangent like I always do. We're going to get to all that stuff in the upcoming shows. I might make a series out of this, first dates for women or whatever. So let's get into my second topic for today. My second topic is, for $1, she'll make that thing holla. For $1. All right, listen, for the ladies, kind of similar to what I was just talking about. For $1, she'll make that thing holla. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ladies, you got to figure out who you are. Listen, if money makes you do all types of things, then that's your lane. That's your lane. Money. You know what I'm saying? And go that lane. But don't flip-flop or whatever. Money is your thing. But I'm going to let you know that a lot of times, a guy drop money around, or a guy may look like he got money, and you just doing everything that you possibly can, or whatever the case is, can get you in a lot of trouble. Trouble. And if you've been on this earth long enough, you've seen it before. You know what I'm saying? So for the ladies, protect yourself at all times. I can't tell you what to do and how to do it, and don't chase the money or whatever, but don't chase another man's money. Chase your money. This is the big thing that I feel like we're having right now. A lot of women is looking at guys like, oh, he got money. I had a girl tell me that one time, not too long ago. Oh, I know you got money. Listen, you don't know what I have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at you and say, yo, I know you got money, just because I might dress well, or I might look well, or I get a haircut, or whatever the case is, you think that I got money. No, that doesn't mean I got money. Just means that my presentation is up to par. You know what I'm saying? So for the ladies, don't get yourself in trouble thinking that a guy got money or whatever the case is. And keep it a buck with you. A lot of you women out here that's having sex for money, y'all guys gotta stop it. You gotta stop. They're talking about COVID-19 and all this stuff. Well, what about AIDS and HIV? What about STDs? What about herpes? I told y'all before that in the last, 3 to 5 years, I've met a number of women that have had herpes, that have herpes. They have it. And they told me that they have it. You know what I'm saying? So for the ladies, dropping it for $1, doing all this stuff for money, you know what I'm saying? Having sex for money, getting with a guy for money. Remember, if you meet a guy and he has money and you get with that guy and you want to stay at home, you don't want to work, like they talk bad about dudes staying at home and working, and not working and playing the video games. But women are the originators of staying at home. Like, they're the originals. They stay at home. They want to meet a man that can take care of them, do nothing, so they could stay at home and do nothing. And then they're going to think that the guy's supposed to be faithful to them. He's supposed to do everything. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm here to tell you guys right now that it simply just doesn't work like that. If you are a sex slave, the guy doesn't care about you. And basically, that's what you are. If you're sitting in his house and he's taking care of you and he's feeding you and he's bringing home the bacon and he's doing all this type of stuff, and all you're doing is sitting at home taking care of the house, you know what I'm saying? You're a sex slave. You're a sex slave. And he's out with other women as well. And he's doing his thing. He's not going to be faithful to you. You're not bringing anything to the table. For $1, you will make that thing holler. For $1. So listen, for the ladies, if you really want to get respect from men, you got to come to the table with something. And there's a lot of women that has that. They come to the table with things. But there's a lot of women out here too that's searching for $1, and they'll do anything for $1, and they'll get with a man just because he has money or the thought of he maybe have money, and not get you guys in. Like I told you before, that get you guys tricked. Don't get with a man because you think he has money or whatever the case is, or don't get with a man because he has money. You don't know, and a lot of times too, I find out with women, y'all don't ask a lot of questions. So you get with a guy, you really don't know anything about this dude. And then you with him, and then he turns out to be just an abuser, mentally abusive, physically, emotionally, not a nice person, whatever. You don't see him for weeks. He's out, doing his thing for weeks. You haven't. Listen, this is what you signed up for. And then you guys complain. This is what you signed up for. So be careful when you talk about money and you want to stay at home and you want to meet because ideally in your mind, I know what you're thinking about in your mind. You want to meet a faithful man that has money, that has riches, so you could do nothing. He could go out and he can make money and you just do nothing. You want to meet a faith, but it doesn't really work like that. If you're staying at home and he's allowing you to stay at home and do nothing and just sit there and do nothing, he comes in and he gives you money to go shopping, and you are a slave. You're a slave. Not just a sex slave. You're a slave. Period. Okay, ladies? So listen. You want to bring something to the table. You want to say, I got mine, you got yours. We come together, we got something beautiful. You don't want to use people and abuse people. Like I told you before, I know a woman that's had about 3-4 dudes this year, and use and abuse. So for the ladies, when you want to know, why is there no good man, or where's all the good men, and I'm searching for a good man, go to her, because she gets good men. And she uses a lot of women out here like this. They get good men, but they use them and abuse them, and they play them for weak and soft. And then when it comes back to bite them in the ass, when they get a guy that's abusive and nasty and detrimental to their spirit, then all of a sudden they like, oh, this guy is not good. But you had guys that were good men. You had it. And you abused them. Women, don't be abusive to men. Don't be abusive. You know what I'm saying? If a guy's a good guy and he's willing to do things for you or whatever, then don't wear it out. You know what I'm saying? Because guys can go to another, I say this all the time. Guys can literally go to another place and they're not thinking properly and they could fuck shit up. And that's real talk. So be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. You know what I mean? Yo, I love you guys. I thank you guys. That's the JP show for today. I'll see you guys next week with another episode, the JP show. Oh, before I go, I want to tell you guys, t-shirt line is on its way. That's the JP show. I holla. Like, listen, it's not all about the guy. You're making a guy work too hard. Like, you can actually put some work in too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be caught. You want somebody to catch you, just like the guy wants somebody to catch him. You want somebody to catch you. So show your talents. Show your personality. Show who you are. Don't rely on the man. He got to do everything while you just sitting there looking pretty, sweating your weave out. No, don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay, ladies, to start some conversation. In the same token, I'm about to also come back and also say, don't over talk.